this computer. We're recording on this computer, and we're going to have our, now we're going to go on Facebook Live. Yeah, live on Facebook. This is always a tough thing to figure out when we're going to be doing this. Where we're going to do a post. We're going to do the post on our Facebook page, and we're going to be streaming really soon. Yahoo! We'll see if it's live on Facebook. It's telling me I'm going live, but you never know with this. Go live. Go live. And now we're going live. Welcome to Alternative Health Talk with Denise Otten. Oftentimes we talk to scientists and doctors, but tonight we're going to recap 2020 and how we can heal from the C virus, the V's for the C virus. This is like the alphabet in code. Hepatitis, psoriasis, eczema, IBS, rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes 2, hypothyroidism, and how to prepare for 2021 energetically in your holistic medicine cabinet. I really want to have you have a holistic medicine cabinet. Anything that I tell you on this show or any other shows, please buy it and put yourself in just like a little cabinet in your kitchen where you would normally put medicine. Throw that out and put in these vitamins that I tell you. So I just want to go straight to how to heal and how we've been healing over the last 6 months that I've started this show up, mainly because there's so much negative news all over the internet and all over the television. First of all, shut the television off. It is called a boob tube for a reason. They will not give you good, positive news. I've always said that. I've always said that news never makes you happy. It's always negative. So, and lately, there's a lot of negative stuff on the internet. So you want to protect your energy field with positive thoughts and vibrations, and try to make sure you're using discernment when you're listening to people. You don't want to listen to a lot of negative people on the internet, even though it might sound like a lot, like whatever they're saying sounds poppy and fun, but you want to stay positive. You want to stay happy. You want people's energy that you're listening to be positive because you're absorbing it. So you want to protect your energy field with positive thoughts and vibrations. So meditate daily or pray, whatever floats your boat. But what you're doing is you're lifting your energy field. And this is a science. It works. When you stay in a positive or high vibration, your body gets healthy. Your body gets happy. And when it's happy, it's healthy, right? So try and stay in a high vibration every day, every day, every day, even when everyone around you is just negative Nellies, okay? Just don't bother with them. Avoid them. If you have to, just go into the next room if you live with them. But know that you have to lift your vibration and you're the only one that's responsible for it, okay? So, excuse me. This works. I'm a big proponent of it. And also, whenever you have a high vibration, you kind of get healthy faster too. So that's your prescription for 2021. Now, I've been saying to take your vitamins to prevent yourself from getting any viruses. And of course, during the cold season, people get viruses. It happens. I get texts from friends who get sick and say, I'm not going into the hospital. I'm not going to test for that C virus, but what do I do? Because I feel lousy. And I can't keep saying this. So write it down. So you're going to do vitamin C, 3,000 to 5,000 milligrams, or until you have loose stool, then you back off a little bit. Vitamin D, 10,000 to 15,000 IUs. Yes, 10,000 to 15,000 IU. You can go to 20, it's not going to hurt you. Selenium, 400 micrograms. That's during the cold season. Zinc, 25 milligrams or so. And colloidal silver. Drink it every hour. I got to show you what I keep telling you, that I have my own colloidal silver maker. So here it is. This is my colloidal silver maker, and there's the little tiny piece of silver, and it comes with some gadgets. You put it together, and I bought it to help heal my dog, but I realized that, and it is expensive, I bought it for the long term. It's a long-term investment. If you take a gallon of water, of distilled water, you pay maybe $1 for it, and you make a gallon of colloidal silver. Now, it costs about $550. A scientist from NASA made it, created it, but you kind of get your money back in a year or so. And if you have family members that you want to give free colloidal silver to, or just say, go get $1 of water and I'll give you a gallon full. So you get your money back, because you know it's like $50 for a big bottle of colloidal silver in the stores. So how do you get it? Go to collgen2.com. That's COLLGEN, as in colloidal silver generator. 2, the number 2. So COLLGEN, the number 2.com. And I bought it from the woman who owns that website. Tell her I sent you. I cannot remember her name because I bought it about 3 years ago. The important trick for viruses is the immune bombs. You must make them with all these essential oils. Now, I suggest essential oils. You have to have a cabinet of essential oils. Only buy them from doTERRA or Young Living or Nature Sunshine. That's it. Those are the top brands that you can ingest the oils. Yes, you can. It's safe. They won't tell you because they have to follow the FDA standards, but you can. Everyone does it. And if you ask certain people, the dentists used to use it years ago. They used to take clove oil and they'd put it straight in the teeth, in the wounds. That's why when you use clove oil on your teeth, you'll smell that old-fashioned dentist smell. So, ready? Write this down. When you have viruses, you have to do immune bombs. What are they? Get gel caps. If you can buy them, great. If you can't, get an old bottle of gel caps from your refrigerator where you don't use the vitamins anymore, and you make a bunch of these. Ready? Here we go. Take 1 capsule every 4 to 6 hours. Take a capsule and fill it with 3 drops of the following essential oils. If you don't have all the oils, just use what you have, but only high quality. Don't buy junk. If you buy junk, it's not good for you. So 3 drops of oil of oregano, frankincense, On Guard or Thieves, depending on which company you're buying it from, tea tree oil, lemon, and copaiba, C-O-P-A-I-B-A. Now, these oils are magical, and they kill all kinds of viruses, and there's lots of research. Go to googlescholar.com and research if you don't believe me. Everything that I tell you, you need to research, everything. So all these oils kill viruses in their own way. So when you put them all together, they're incredibly strong. You take 1 of those pills every 4 to 6 hours with food, and you're going to feel great for those 4 to 6 hours. And what it's doing is it's killing the virus, killing the virus, killing the virus every day, all the time. Keep taking it every 4 to 6 hours until you are completely healed from the virus. It may take 3 days. It may take 10 days. I don't know. I don't know which virus you have. Now, if you're old and compromised, just find a doctor and get HCQ and zinc. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it again and again and again because I cannot convince my family members to take HCQ. I don't know what to do. The science is there. Go to googlescholar.com, look up hydroxychloroquine and that C virus 2005. The publication that's really famous is the one from 2005, and that's where you start your research. So no kidding and no more arguments. I don't want to discuss it anymore. Just do your research on HCQ and the C virus. It works. So also do your research and start with frontlinemds.com. It's frontlinemeds.com. It's a bunch of Dr. Stella Emanuel has this website. You can contact her. She can tell you where to get HCQ in your area or hire them. Frontlinemds.com. I don't want to say it again. Let's keep moving. So if you have arthritis, just get on a wheat-free and a dairy-free diet. I am not kidding. I had rheumatoid arthritis. I was diagnosed in 2004 with rheumatoid arthritis. And I said, you're crazy. I'm 42 years old. This is crazy. How can I have arthritis? The doctor put me on prednisone. It went away, and then it came back. When I went off prednisone, he said, you have rheumatoid arthritis. We're going to have to give you some drugs, so come to my office. I said, no, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Never went back. Can't even tell you the doctor's name. He was a specialist. So you have to go on a wheat-free, dairy-free diet. Now you also have to take a lot of good vitamins when you get on a diet that's healthy. Now some people don't want to be paleo, they don't want to eat meat, and I understand that. I just can't support a total vegetarian diet because then you're going to have to take extra vitamins to supplement what you're missing in the beef. So I like to eat my meat. I always go grass-fed or organic. And if you don't want to, you want to do vegetarian, that's okay, but you got to get a lot of B12 and you have to have a lot of protein in your diet. No wheat, no dairy, no kidding. If you can't do no wheat, no dairy, you're still going to have inflammation in your joints. And then eventually your joints, do you see my hands? I mean, I have aged hands, but I have beautiful formed hands. And I've had rheumatoid arthritis for since 2004, so 16 years. So start taking your fish oil and curcumin with black pepper. Fish oil and curcumin at high doses. Now, when I say high doses, I mean at least 3,000 to 4,000 fish oil, at least 500 to 1,000 curcumin. You can go higher on the curcumin if you need it. If you don't take those two together, and it takes a few weeks to kick in, you're not going to have you're going to have inflamed joints. Those two things create an anti-inflammatory body, and the diet is key. If you're eating lots of grains, you're going to be inflamed, and there's nothing that's going to make it go away except for a drug. So do yourself a favor, get the wheat-free, dairy-free diet. Get vegan cheese. The vegans will like that. This will take a few weeks to kick in, but you're basically detoxing your system, and it takes a bit to kick in. Now, for the thyroid, let's move fast. It's important with a health professional to work with a health professional to help yourself wean off the synthroid or the armorthyroid to go to vitamins. If you don't want to do it, that's okay. Improve your diet and get away from glyphosate. What shuts off the thyroid, people don't know it, is the wheat that you eat. So your pizza and your pasta and all the garbage that you're eating from the Chinese food store, because there's a lot of noodles there. You want to get off the get off the wheat diet, because the wheat actually shuts off the thyroid in a combination with the glyphosate that's in the wheat. So if you live near a farm, or what I did and how I damaged my body was that I moved to New Jersey and ate their delicious Jersey corn every single day in July and August, because that's Jersey corn season. And that's when I got the most glyphosate toxicity. And then within about 2 years of living in Jersey, I got thyroid disease. It's a fascinating concept, but that's what happens. So I'm just telling you, if you are in the heartland of America and near farmland, your glyphosate will have a huge effect at shutting off your thyroid. Those are the two really, really important things. Also, we're not getting kelp. We're not getting enough iodine in our body. So you have kelp in these thyroid vitamins too. What also triggers you is a hormonal shift, usually after childbirth, or when you get your period when you're 21, and anytime you're going to have some kind of birth control, it's going to just damage your thyroid, because it's playing with your hormones, which are imbalanced, and then your thyroid gets imbalanced. So all these things together damages your thyroid. So get off wheat. Dairy is not really the thyroid issue, but dairy has a lot of hormones in it, and that's what they do. They shoot up the animals with hormones, right? And then you eat them, and it's like you have too much estrogen in your body. So that's going to shut off your thyroid too. It's going to screw up your hormone system, and you're going to, I don't know, lose your period or something like that if you're a female. And for men, you actually will get, if you're having a lot of dairy, you'll actually get man boobs, because you're getting more estrogen in you, and it lowers your testosterone. Yes, it shrinks them up, lowers your testosterone. So when you're trying to have a child, you may have more difficulty if you are eating a lot of dairy. Okay, that's the thyroid in a nutshell. They are connected to the hormones. Glyphosate and wheat. Hormones, glyphosate, and wheat shuts off your thyroid. Now, let's quickly go to what you would do. I prefer Nature's Sunshine Thyroid Support and Thyroid Activator. These are the vitamins that help me strengthen my thyroid. I had my thyroid taken out back in 1994. And I have a sliver left, so they put me on high doses of Synthroid and Armathyroid, and it worked great. But after 20 years, I said I got to be able to fix myself. So thyroid support from naturesunshine.com and thyroid activator. They work in sync with each other. And then I slowly weaned off my Armathyroid. I was taking Armathyroid for 20 years. And it's a good thing to have if you have no thyroid, but if you know what you're doing, you could take the different vitamins and then get yourself off. Now, many chiropractors use different brands of thyroid support vitamins. I'm fine with that. Whatever it is that you like, whatever it is that you feel strong about. You have to feel confident that you're working with somebody who knows what they're doing. And of course, you have to get your blood tested to make sure your thyroid levels are within a normal range. But if you know anything about the thyroid, you know you can feel it in a week. In 2 days, I could feel it. But most people feel it in a week. Test your thyroid levels with a blood test, because you must know how much you need to be balanced. It's not too high, too low, it's balancing. And you'll know how you feel. So it's the same diet, no wheat, no dairy. Now, I'm going to go straight to the liver. Boom. Because liver is imperative. To have a clean liver, it's like everything is connected to the liver. Anything that is a skin irritation, some type of skin problem, is usually a clogged or toxic liver. So eczema, psoriasis, the same diet. But you need to take the liver cleansing vitamins. Diabetes 2 will also clean up when you fix the liver and you reduce the carbs, mainly the sugars and the grains. Sugars and grains, sugars and grains, sugars and grains. I can't emphasize that enough. So if you have a diabetic problem, we're talking diabetes 2, not 1, you really have to shift your diet to no wheat, no dairy. I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but it's up to you. I'm just giving you the information. I'm just the voice of reason. I tell you where to go, how to research it, and you decide. It's all your choice. Your body, your life, your choice. So, eczema and psoriasis. My daughter will tell you, her friends who have psoriasis and eczema will tell you, you gotta listen to Denise. Do the no wheat, no dairy. Now, what do you do to clean it up? You need your basic vitamins, but you need to clean your liver up. These are the 4 things that I'm going to tell you how to clean up your liver. Now, it's not just for the eczema and psoriasis, it's also for the diabetes. It's also for anybody who drinks too much. You know, there's a lot of people who drink too much and they don't realize they need to clean up their liver. So if you're going to drink too much, maybe you know, comes a time where you want to pull back on your drinking, start to improve your eating habits, and take these vitamins to clean your liver. And then you won't have cirrhosis of the liver or fear of it. Okay, because you know what happens during the holiday season? We drink too much and eat too many sugary foods. I don't want to eat sugars, but I do have my wine during the holidays, so that's my one vice. And when I bake with only honey and maple syrup, so I don't have the absolute white sugar. Really, reduce the grains to nothing if you can. If you can't, then just have like quinoa and some brown rice and a little bit of maybe millet. Those are the alkaline, well, rice is not alkaline, but quinoa and millet are alkaline. So it'll be better for your system. So the basic vitamins to clean your liver are, I say this all the time, and this is why we're recapping 2020. Alpha-lipoic, my favorite. Silymarin. There's many different good silymarins out there in the market because it's a flower. You could actually grow it in your backyard. Selenium and B complex. And I'm going to say it again, and every time you talk to me, I'm going to say your alpha-lipoic must be sourced from Germany. So the one that I only use is Metabolic Maintenance. Metabolicmaintenance.com. You can get it on my website. which is curingcourtney.com, and I'll give you a 10% discount for the month of December, which is only a few days, but nevertheless, 10% discount for 2020. But I wanted to specify that you really want to get, if you don't believe me, that's okay. Oh, my doctor has a great alpha lipoic. No, no, you have to call the company and ask the quality control person, where do you source your raw material for alpha lipoic? And then they're going to tell you, oh, we get it from China, but we FDA approved. No, we don't trust that. We don't want Chinese alpha lipoic because it doesn't work as well as the European sourced brands. Metabolic Maintenance is the top choice that I have. There is a company that has liquid alpha lipoic. It is from China. It's FDA approved. I don't approve of it, but it is okay if you have a child that can't take a pill. So you do the liquid form of alpha lipoic, and that's Live On Labs. I feel that it's not strong enough for me. I can feel the difference in a good alpha lipoic versus a one that's weaker. So letting you know, the two that I have suggested to people. I used to use Biotech Pharmacal, but they no longer manufacture alpha lipoic, so I can't use them anymore. Okay, the reason why I'm saying this is because alpha lipoic is my favorite vitamin and the most important thing to use for any kind of autoimmune issue. So alpha lipoic, silymarin, selenium, and B complex. With each alpha lipoic pill, you must take a B complex because alpha lipoic absorbs your B complex. So alpha lipoic, B complex together with food, with food, with food. Or you will get nauseous and you'll say, Denise, this sucks. And I'm going to say, did you eat anything with it? So you have to eat your food with it. But again, don't buy alpha lipoic unless you're buying metabolic maintenance. You're going to be sorry, and you're wasting your money, frankly. I have tried so many others that just, it's a joke to me. It's a joke. And your urine will be smelly and it will turn yellow, so don't worry about that. Go to my website, as I said, curingcourtney.com for a 10% discount. I will refund you. There's many, many good things coming up in the new year. I'm making this a quick video because I just want to recap the 2020 season. And I just want to emphasize, don't be afraid of this C virus. Don't be afraid of any virus. This is why I do what I do, so that I can help people heal. Because there's not a lot of people out there that know how to heal themselves naturally. And when you go to the doctor because you don't feel good, well, sometimes you do have to go because, you need a drug, you need an antibiotic. I take mainly, before I take antibiotics, I take my colloidal silver all the time, 3 times a day. I drink it. And that helps me because it is an antibiotic unto itself. However, once I got a cat bite and it was very deep and colloidal silver didn't help for 24 hours and the hand blew up and I said, up, better get to the emergency room before I die. So I had to take a penicillin and it was very serious. But I know the difference between serious and not so serious. So before you jump on the bandwagon, run to the ER and get an antibiotic, try the colloidal silver for 24 to 48 hours. See if that helps you. But I want to focus on 2021. I'm very excited about what's to come. I'm one of those people that believes we're going to have a jubilee and we're going to go back on. We're going to go on the NESARA GESARA plan. Now I want you to look this up. This has nothing to do with. Well, it does have to do with health and wellness in a way that it's going to change the world. So NESARA, NESARA.com. NESARA is the National Economic something or other, and GESARA is the global economic. So it's a shift in the economic system. And I believe that that's going to be instituted next year. I think it's already started as of November 2nd. And a lot of people are seeing debt forgiveness all over the United States and all over the world. And it's little tiny things like my student loan is disappeared, my car loan disappeared. And I also do believe that it's going to happen next year in a big way. And med beds is part of this NESARA GESARA because it's 6,000 patents are going to be released, 6,000 medical patents are going to be released. And med beds is one of these medical patents that are I mean, you can Google it right now and go on YouTube and type in med beds, and you can see the different types of beds that are available out there, but nobody knows about it. It's like, I think one med bed was Tesla technology. It's for $100,000. But imagine you can go into a med bed, close it up, and come out after an hour, and you're healed from whatever it is that you had, whether it was a cancer or they actually talk about um, of people regrowing their limbs. People who went to, let's say you were a soldier and you had your leg blown off or something like that. They talk about this, that this technology actually exists. So do your research. Don't believe me. Don't say, oh, she's a woo-woo, because I've been a woo-woo my whole life. And guess what? I have saved my daughter's life and a lot of other people because I'm a woo-woo and I think outside the box, and I don't let anybody tell me that I'm wrong or that I don't know what I'm talking about. Do your research. If you have an intuition, follow it. Use your brain and research. Okay? So I want to encourage you guys to use your intuitive, your natural intuitive nature, and get on the internet, research. Don't doubt yourself anymore, because we have so much at our access on the internet. And even though a lot of these YouTubes are being taken off, you can always go to my website, but mainly you can also go to Facebook. If Facebook goes down, you're going to go to my website, KiriCourtney.com. And I'm going to start a new website that's going to be, I think, more generic. Maybe it's just going to be Denise Otten. That's going to be for 2021. For now, we should have a great, by the way, a lot of people who are patriots that I listen to, they talk about the med beds that are going to be here around June of 2021. I can't wait for it. They've said that the technology does exist and it's just not available to the public yet, but next year it should be. I can't wait. We're going to have a great, great next year. So meantime, I want you all to have a happy, happy new year, and don't drink too much. If you have to, please take your Silymarin before you go to bed. That'll help you clean your liver while you're sleeping, and maybe you won't wake up with a hangover. And stay tuned next week in January 2021, and we'll meet an anti-vax mom. She's a corporate executive and she used to be pro-vax. She healed her son's anxiety, eczema, acid reflux, colic, and more from the vaccine injuries he had incurred in his first year of birth. And now she has a company and she helps others. This woman's going to blow you away. Can't wait to hear about her science and how she healed her son. So have a happy, happy new year. And again, Silymarin before you go to bed. And just, I can't wait for the Jubilee. We're going to have Jubilee of health and prosperity in 2021. And I can't wait for med beds. I love you bunches. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now. Share this with anyone who has any kind of autoimmune disease that I listed above. And the IBS people, you got to take a test to make sure you're alert for allergies for foods. And you got to get on the wheat-free, dairy-free diet. It's going to help you immensely. Bye for now. Love you guys. And now I have to turn it off. 1 second. Now we're going live. Uh-oh, glasses. To Alternative Health Talk with Denise. Bye for now. Love you guys. And now I have to turn it off. 1 second. Uh-oh, glasses. I think I'm on double. Sorry. Bye.